Hi everyone, I'm Surya Prakash and in this video we are going to learn about segment trees. Segment trees is an advanced data structure which is used to handle range queries efficiently and it does it in a much faster way. Suppose we are given an array of size 8 and it is given in this slide here. As it's of size 8, the index starts from 0 and it ends at 7 and the numbers present in it are given here. And here we can perform two queries actually. One is range query, which means we'll be given a segment and we have to find the sum of the elements in that segment. The segment will be given two index, left index and right index. We have to find the sum of the elements in those index. Suppose we are given sum of 3, 5 from the third index to fifth index. We add the elements which are -2, 4 and -3 and we get the sum out of it. So, sum of 0, 3, which means we go from 0th index to the third index and we add it to get an answer. There is also another operation which is update query where we update a value at a particular index. If we are given update of 3, 5, we update the element at the third index to 5. What will be the naive approach to do these two operations? First, let's take the range query, the sum operation. For the sum operation, as we are given two index, we can use a for loop and go from left index to right index and add it to get the sum. The time complexity for this will be O of r minus L. The worst case will be O of n. Update query can be done in a much faster way, as if we have to update the element at the third index, we go for that index particularly and we change it. So this can be done in O of 1. This approach is good when there is a lot of update queries and we have less number of range queries, but this won't work fine when we have a large number of range queries. Why is it? As this is a small array, we may think this is a good way, but what if this array contains million elements? So, if we have to find the sum from 1 to 1 million, we have to traverse from 1 till 1 million to get the sum. It will take a lot of time. So, this will be bad at that case. Um, to efficient this, to tackle this problem, we introduce segment trees, which can handle this problem in a much efficient way. To build a segment tree out of the array given to us, what we do is that we use them and construct a leaf nodes for our segment tree. So in this case, the elements present here 1, 3, 4, -2 till 10, these are the elements of our array and these are actually the leaf nodes of our segment tree. Then what we do is that we construct a second level nodes which has the sum of a particular segment of these leaf nodes. To understand this better, let's see. These are actually our second level nodes and these contains the sum of a particular segment of our leaf nodes. Consider this node 4, which has the sum of elements from the range of index 0, 0 and 1. So 1 plus 3, which gives us 4, and this node will have the sum of elements from the index 0 till 1, and this index will have the sum of elements from the index 2, 3. In this way, we have created the second level node. Then we don't stop here actually. We build another level we build the next level where we actually use these second level nodes and create a third level nodes. These third level nodes, what actually they do is that they contain the sum of particular nodes of the second level nodes. So this node will have the sum of first and second node of the second level node. So this basically contains uh, the sum of elements from the zeroth index to the third index of our leaf nodes, as these leaf nodes elements are in our actually the elements in our array. So these on this 5, this node contains the sum of elements from the index 4 till 7. Then we'll have a root node which contains the total sum of elements of the total leaf nodes. So this node will contain the sum of all the elements in our leaf nodes, and the index which it contains are from 0 till 7. So in this way we have efficiently created a segment tree, and this can be used in a much faster way to find the range queries. Now let us understand why this segment tree um, is efficient than our naive approach. Suppose now we have to find the sum of elements from the fourth index to the third index. So from in our naive approach, what will we do? We use a for loop. We traverse from the fourth index and till the seventh index, and we add it to get the sum query. But what we do here is that we use this node directly to find the sum of elements from fourth index till seventh index. So in this way, this will be done. This will be efficient, and this is actually a much faster way than the naive approach which we do. When we see with only 7 elements, this may seem small, but consider if we have a large number of elements and we have to find the sum of elements from the first index to the 1 millionth index. So in that case we have to traverse from 1 till the 1 million. But here there will be a root node which will contain all the sum of all the elements. We can use that, or else we can find some subsequent nodes which can give us the sum easily. Let's take another example. For this, let's just write the index so that this can be understood easily. So now we have to find the sum of elements from the second index till the fifth index. So what we can do here is that we can use this node which has the sum of elements from the second index till and the third index, and we can use this node which has the sum of elements in the fourth index and the fifth index, and we can just add this to get our query. And let's take another example, which is second. We have to find sum from 0th index to the second index. So what we do here is that we use this node and we can use this node and we can sum it to get the answer. So in this way we can efficiently use this second level and third level nodes, higher level nodes, to get the output, I mean the range query, in a much faster way. This is the algorithm for the range query. So what we do is that we take two input from the user, which is the left index and the right index, for which segment we have to find the sum. So initially with this if loop, what we find is that whether the given range is inside the actually inside of inside our leaf nodes. Suppose our leaf nodes are actually has only 9 elements and the given range is till 11. So that will be wrong. So what we return 0 in that case. Else what we do is that we um, we will try to find a node um, which is completely inside the given range. I mean, if we are asked to find if our array size is 8 and our query is to find the sum of all elements, the first node will actually contain all the actually contain the first node will actually completely contain the given range, so we can return it. Else what we do is that we find the we find the center, and we actually separate branch out the tree into two ops. One will be from start till the mid, and um, start till mid, and the other will be mid till end. And we do this query function recursively in that. So in this way we can find the some query in a faster way. This recursive approach, this recursive bottom up approach is very useful here actually, because by only the recursion we subsequently go to the other nodes present in our tree to find whether the range is completely given inside the range completely given inside our node or not. Else what we do is that we take the sum of one node and sum of elements in the other nodes to give a particular answer, which is here return p1 plus p2. This p1 looks at the left nodes and this p2 looks at the right nodes actually. Now let us understand the space complexity of this segment tree structure. So in the first root level we have one element, and then we have two elements, then 4, then 8 elements. Suppose let us consider the height of the tree is h actually, and from this pattern we see that we have this from this pattern we see that this is a binary tree and our nodes branches off into two childs. So if there are h nodes, our formula will be 1 plus 2 power 2 power 1 plus 2 power 2 plus 2 power 3 till 2 power h, which will give us the total number of nodes present in it. And we also know that total number of elements in the leaf nodes are our elements present in the array. So we also know that 2 power h is equal to n. By simple GP formula, we can and with the help of these two equations, we can determine that the total number of nodes present in the segment tree is 2 into n minus 1, where n is the number of nodes in the leaf nodes and the number of nodes present in the internal nodes are n minus 1, which gives us 2 into n minus 1. So from this we also see that the space complexity is actually in the order of O of n. This is also an efficient way. In this way In this way, we are handling, though this is not as efficient as the naive approach, where the update where the where the total number of elements is only n. Here 2n, but here 2n minus 1. Still, this this is actually pretty useful when our array is of a large size. Now let's look at the update query, and let's take an example. Take an example of 3, 6. What it means is we are going to change the element in the third index to 6. Let's index the elements here. So third element here is -2, and what we are going to change it as 6. If we change this as 6, not only this leaf node will change, actually the other nodes present which are connected to this leaf node will also get changed. So in this way, this second level node will get changed to 10, which causes the change to this node, and this will change to 14, which will cause change in our root node, and here this node will change the value to 19. In this way, once we do a particular update in a leaf node, it causes change to its connected nodes, so that the nodes above it is also gets changed. In this way, we can do this update query with log_n nodes. Actually, this is actually efficient when the size of the array is high. Now let's try to understand the algorithm of this update query, as this contains as in this query we have to change the subsequent nodes in it. So to understand the algorithm of the update query, the update query has two inputs from the user, which is the index and the new value which has to be updated. So first, initially we'll check for the condition whether the node is present or not. Then nodes are present or not. Then what we do is that we find the mid element by adding start and end, and we divide it by 2. Then in this way we separate the index into two parts, which is actually done in our segment trees. Then what we do is we check whether the index is present in the left node. If it's present, we do this in a recursive way. Same applies to the right node actually. If our index is present in the right node, then we'll do this update function in a recursive way, and we'll find the place in the we'll find the place where the element is present, and we change the elements in this, and by this line we change the values in it subsequently. Suppose our array is of size 10, and we have to change the index. We have to change the value of the seventh index. First we separated it into two halves, so 0 to 5, 5 to 10. Then we'll check whether the node is present in the first left node. No, it's not present. Then we go to the right node. If it's present, we do this function recursively. Then what we do, we split it into further offs, 5 to 7 and 7 to 10. Then we check whether if it's present or not. If it's present, then we split it into into its subsequent childs. In this way, we can find a particular node in the tree, and by in the way of traversing we actually change the values. We actually change the interconnected nodes, values of the interconnected nodes to the node we are going to change. Suppose we are going to change the value of the third node. The nodes which are present at the above level has also needs to be changed, right? um, and this is and that can be done with this algorithm by the way of traversing itself, where we are changing the values of the nodes. This comes to the end of the session. Thank you very much for listening to this video. I hope you understand something out of it. Thank you.